What's up, guys? I'm Jose.
And I'm Pablo, and welcome to the first episode of the PG Talk.
Wow, I was very stressed for that.
Yeah, it's been, do you remember when we first talked about it? About doing this? Because it wasn't that long ago, maybe like a month or so.
I think it's been like maybe 2 months.
Damn.
Because by the time we ordered the mics and decided where we were going to do it, because the original plan was to do it on campus, but we realized that some people needed those study rooms to actually study and not record a podcast.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been a little awkward setting up a whole podcast studio, not even that much, just like the mics and the camera, and all of a sudden having some people come in and be like, hey, we check out this room, well, we got to study.
And then we have a whole set of like,
She'd be like, you guys are going to have to leave because we're obviously using it.
So I'll pay you for the time.
Yeah. But, cool. This is nice.
So, should we start with like an introduction? Like kind of introduce ourselves?
Yeah, sure. I go first. So, I mean, my name is Pablo. I'm the P of the PG Talk. I don't really know much, but I'm sure as throughout the podcast goes, find out a lot about me. I'm not the smartest. I don't have not the best ideas, but I like to talk about what I like to talk about. So we'll see what happens. And what was my younger brother? I'm the older brother. We're only like a year and some change apart. Not even that far apart.
My birthday's in October. Your birthday's in November. So like a year and math is not my strong suit.
It's like a year and a couple months because I'm 96, you're 98.
A year and a month, no?
No, whatever. This is too much pressure for math right now.
Let me pull up calculator. Yeah, so I'm the G of the PG podcast. The G stands for Weddle, because that's what usually my family and close friends call me, but my name is Jose, so it's the PG Talk. We didn't want to name it the PJ Talk because we usually don't wear PJs. It would be nice, but like, yeah, I'm like Pablo's older brother or younger brother.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say what?
I look older because I'm bald.
Yeah, and you got a beard.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. My bad.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, so earlier when you texted me and I said I had a story, so I was studying at the library at school earlier today, and I had my lunch because I don't really go out to buy lunch too often. But at the library downstairs, they have 2 microwaves. So when I went down there was somebody at the microwave that I swear, dude, looked exactly like you.
Oh God.
He was honestly wearing a similar shirt. Like, he had obviously his face mask on, and the glasses he was wearing were very similar to you. Like his build, like everything. You know what I mean? Just the whole fucking persona looked exactly like him.
You went up to him, didn't you?
Yeah, but not even like, hey, what's up? Like, so you have the microwave, and it's like a door, but without, think about like a door without the actual door, and then like you cut straight to the left as soon as you enter, and the microwave is there. So I go, and then I like stop at the door, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try and be funny. So I stand there and I slowly peek over like this, and I just wave like this. And as soon as I did that, we made eye contact, and I'm like, holy, I'm like, that's not little.
Who's this?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's not little. And so I looked at him like from a distance I could see why, but in person, like once I was that close to the guy and looking at him face to face, he didn't look like you. You know what I mean? The only resemblance was like a similar build. He was a little skinnier, but he just kind of looked at me. And he was like, what's up? And then I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but I thought you were somebody else. Like, my bad.
Did he start laughing, or was he just like, what the fuck?
No, well, I was awkward about it, so he was awkward about it too. You know what I mean? He just kind of looked at me and was like, okay. And I was like, dude, my bad. And he was like, okay. And I got my stuff, and I went to the other side to use the micro on the other side. But it was so awkward, dude, because I hate going up to people pretending like I know, like if they look like somebody I know, because I go up to them and they'll be like, oh, hey, what's up? Because I've done that before, but instead of like being, oh, hey, my bad, I thought you were somebody else, I'll pretend like I know them. I'd be like, oh, you don't remember me that one time? I'm like, hey, how you been? Like, it's been such a long time. And then they'll play along, but both sides know that it's awkward, and then Yeah, it just turns into a very awkward experience. But
Yeah, that's why whenever I walk around campus, I just don't pay attention to anything. I'm like, I'm going here and I'm not talking to anybody unless somebody comes up to me and be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Well, I'm the same way, but dude, like, I swear it was you, because I'm like, oh, he's probably heating up his food too. Like, it just seemed like something you would do, heat up your food over there too.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, so it was kind of awkward.
Yeah. This podcast is going to be pretty all over the place because we didn't really have an outline for it. We're just kind of like first podcast introduction. Eventually, we're going to try and get some guests on here that we know, obviously. Hopefully, sometime in the future, some pretty cool guests. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, honestly, sometime in the future might even be the next one or like next two, depending on how quick we can get an extra mic.
Yeah, because the last thing we want is to share a mic, because we only have these two mics. And if we have a guest on, they're going to be like either sitting in the middle or sitting on the side, and we're going to be kind of like buddies on one mic, and that wouldn't be fun.
So, let's talk about how you don't know how Crystal Light is, or what Crystal Light is.
The one that sounds like a meth. What is it?
Guess.
Crystal
Well,
Light?
you already kind of did, but it's not drug related.
Okay, I'm assuming it's something like a healthy supplement.
Yeah, it's not a supplement, but it's like an alternative to like sugar drinks. So think about like Kool-Aid in like a little like single serving little packet that you rip open and you put in your glass of water, stir it up, and then you drink it.
Oh, that's exactly what you're having there. It's like pineapple flavor.
Yeah, but it tastes so much better than Crystal Light. I mean, Crystal Light's good, but
that tastes so much better than Crystal Light?
Yeah.
Does Crystal Light have different flavors?
Yeah, they have lemonade, pink lemonade. What else they got? I don't know.
Because this one has
those are the two flavors I get.
This is pineapple. I know there's like mango, strawberry. I think there's a peach one, but my favorite is the pineapple. Like pineapple, then you get like a strawberry syrup and you put it in there, mix it together. Ooh, it's bomb.
That sounds kind of nice to be honest.
Minimal calories too.
How many?
Minimum. So I think that this specific drink, the packet itself, has 5 calories. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I could always use less calories.
Yeah. How's that going? So Pablo is on a weight loss journey.
I have been for the past like 6 years.
6 years. I mean, compared to how you were before, I think you're looking a little bit thinner now. Like honestly,
it's hit or miss. Like honestly, for me, it's just a diet. But recently, it's been hard just to go into the gym. Because instead of waking up early to go, I wake up early, and instead of going to the gym, I'll eat breakfast and then I'll start schoolwork early. And then at one point I'll head to campus and then continue schoolwork there and go to class and stuff. And by the time I get back, I'm like pooped, and it's a little late, and then I gotta make
Yeah, that's how Mondays and Wednesdays are for me. So I work in the morning, and then after work I go to class, and then I get out at 4:15. And then after that, usually I'm hungry, but I have snacks that I take. But after that, I usually get home and go work out. So I'm not working out till like 5:30, 6 o'clock, because sometimes I wait for Gabby. Gabby's my fiance.
Ooh.
And sometimes I wait for her because sometimes she's off at 5. So sometimes we either go, like I said, 5:30 or 6. And then it's kind of like late in the day because I'm so used to before school going at 5 a.m. every day, which is honestly pretty nice because you get your workout done in the beginning of the day and then you have the rest of the day just do whatever, or the rest of the day to get a second workout in.
That's a little too much for me, man. As soon as it hits as soon as it hits like 3 or 4 o'clock, like if I already didn't do stuff like that, like I'm not doing anything for the rest of the day, just because I'm like it's so late. I'm like by the time I get done, it'll be like 5, and then by the time I shower, eat, get ready, it'll be like 6, and then I got 2-3 hours until bedtime. In all reality, I could do it. I'm just a little lazy about it.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So we should probably introduce ourselves a little more, like give it like a little backstory so people know us. Like, I mean, we're brothers. We grew up in the same household, so that's kind of the same backstory.
Yeah, he pedigreed me once and ripped my pants.
That was funny. Yeah. We were really into wrestling, and then he had jeans on for some reason while we were pretend wrestling, because wrestling is pretend.
Well, it was a part of the wrestler aesthetic I was going for.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, dude. Like, you know, some wrestlers wear jeans.
I thought you were just wearing jeans. I didn't know you were going for actual like.
Yeah,
look.
dude.
That's funny.
It was a look. You fucked up that look for me.
Yeah, but if you guys don't know what a pedigree is, basically you kick them in the groin, they bend forward, and then you put their head
Yeah.
between your groin. You grab their arms, and then you jump, and then smash their like torso on the floor.
Yeah, onto the ground.
And so the way he ripped his pants is I did that, and as I was going down, he didn't extend his body, so it was flat. He still stayed like this, so he landed like that, and his pants just ripped. I was just like, dude, you did the move wrong.
Well, no, because I was gonna counter it. So I'm like, oh yeah, like you think you got me? Just kidding. I was gonna counter it, and I was gonna get you. And I think, I was gonna pick you up how you were, and I was gonna do like a powerbomb slam.
Oh, okay.
Like slam you on your back. But
your pants ripped.
what's that?
I said, and then your pants ripped.
Yeah, and then my pants ripped, and then that was the end of that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was on a mattress that
On
was
the
just laying on the garage floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it hurt? I don't remember. I remember you laying on the ground,
No.
but I thought you were just laying on the ground because you were laughing.
Yeah, no, I didn't get hurt from that. It was literally just pure laughter.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And then, were we gonna say something?
No, go on.
I would say, and then this other time I smashed him against the wall
Oh yeah, we broke
in the hallway, and it made a huge hole into the wall.
It's still there. Mom and Dad.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
put
I know.
construction paper over it and colored it the same color
Of the wall. Yeah, good
Yeah, but
times.
we obviously both went to the same high school together. After high school, we both chose different paths. Pablo chose the Marine Corps. I chose to go to college. Pretty fun. Still in college. Pablo just started college.
Yeah, I'm in my second semester, so still kind of learning how to study and how to do college because it's a different beast. In high school, and whatever, like that was like 6 years ago, I think, for me.
Bro, honestly, I don't think we both cared about high school.
No, but I really didn't care, dude.
Well, I didn't start caring until my senior year. I'm like, I'm sick, by the way. That's why I sound really muffled. So, no, it's not the Rona. If it is, he has it now.
I'll get paid.
Shit, you're right. Next episode, I won't be sick. But where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought.
Talking about high school, senior year, not caring until
Yeah,
senior
so
year.
I didn't start caring about high school. It sounds pretty bad. Don't follow my example. I didn't start caring about high school until my senior year because I realized I'm like, oh crap. If I want to go to college, I have to raise my GPA. So my senior year of high school, started caring, got straight A's, and then got into college.
I think you got straight A's in senior year?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's not that hard. You just have to try.
Yeah, and probably not even try that hard in
No,
high school.
like high school is so easy. I just
Yeah.
didn't realize it until senior year.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, at the end, I remember I had to retake a couple classes like chemistry, and then I had to take, retake English freshman English my senior year.
No way.
Yeah, so I was a senior sitting with a bunch of freshmen taking English 9 again.
Oh my.
And I remember being a freshman and having seniors in the class and being like, these fucking idiots. I'm like, how are they in here?
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah, how the turntables.
How the turntables.
But yeah, and then I just cared enough to graduate.
Yeah.
And then knew college wasn't for me straight out of high school, so I was like, what am I going to do? And then honestly, the recruiter kind of convinced me, and then I joined the military.
Those guys are pretty convincing.
Yeah. I mean, they were cool. And, I mean, the recruiter called me out on my BS because he was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna work until I go to college, save up." And he said, "Where are you gonna go? Ivy Tech." I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "What are you gonna study?" I'm like, "I don't know." And he sat me down. He's like, "Look, dude." He's like, "You obviously have no clue what you're doing with your life." So he's like, "Just do this."
I mean, honestly, who does at that age?
Freaking nobody, at all.
Like, there's some people I know in college that still don't know. And like, honestly, like, you're not gonna have a great idea of what you want to do.
Yeah, dude. I
Because there's so many things that come up, so many new things that you can do, and like so many new possibilities that like sticking to one thing for the rest of your life is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm 24. I'll be 25 years soon, but like I'll be sitting in class, and some of my classes have freshmen in there, right? Just because like the level of schooling that I'm starting out at, like I'm taking like a what's it called? Like a basic algebra class, kind of, because math is, I feel like, is really nobody's strong subject. So I'm starting there, and literally 90% of the class, they're all like 18 or 19, like fresh out of high school.
It's weird to think about because like the freshmen or first years, because like it's weird to call like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior in college because some people like you call him a freshman and like for Pablo's sake he's 24 years old and it's just my first year in college.
Right, and technically I'm a sophomore because I did some transfer credits from Ivy Tech, and honestly all my language stuff that I did in high school, like all the like higher level Spanish stuff I did, transferred over. So I got credits from that, and then credits like little like general credits that I get from the military. So technically I'm a sophomore, but it's my second semester ever in college. You know,
with the military, what credits like get transferred? Like, cause I know
What's up?
I remember you telling me that you were taking classes in the Marine Corps, like when you were in Japan.
Yeah, but all that was like job specific stuff. Like for example, I went to Rhode Island and did a hazmat certification course to be able to ship hazmat, like hazardous materials. Like honestly, mainly batteries, but like if I needed to, I could have shipped a bomb. Mm-hmm. But the opportunity just never came up.
He's not allowed to disclose the information. There's a sniper straight to his forehead right now.
Yeah, at all times. So I gotta be careful what I say. I'm gonna get shot at right now. But I don't even know what I was gonna say anymore.
Your job and your classes in the Marine Corps.
Oh yeah, it was just general education credits. Like literally nothing crazy, just nothing but general education.
So like the way that transferred to your college career now, is it just like credits? Like in your credit bank, or did it count for a certain class?
It just credits in my credit bank, so I don't have to take a lot of general education courses.
Just because you have those credits.
Right. Right now I'm taking a music class just because I needed to in that field. Something about like it was like arts, something like arts related, and the best one I could see on there that was open because I did my schedule freaking late was a music class. So other than that, though, it's literally math and then 3 business classes. Yeah, because 4 classes.
Your major is business, right?
Yeah, business management. Yeah, but I mean, I'm open to whatever comes up but business related though.
Yeah.
With like whether I go marketing, I don't know about accounting. That class kind of kicking me in the butt right now. It's not the easiest.
So what do you do in accounting class?
Bro, I don't know.
You're like 5th weekend. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's honestly a little too boring for the podcast. It really is, just because it's pretty boring, dude. Like, it's fun if you like to balance stuff out and work with numbers. I can see how it can be fun, but as far as like entertainment value, it's just fault. It's not for that. You know what I mean?
I heard those people get paid a decent amount of money though.
Yeah, if you become like, I think it's CPA or
CPA, I know what that is. Like kind of like somebody who handles your taxes in a way.
It's like I think it's certified personal accountant. Oh yeah, we got Mr.
So we have a laptop on the side just so we fact check ourselves.
He's the Jamie Vernon of the podcast.
I don't know who that is.
Remember that when we were kids on Facebook when I did that to you? So if y'all don't know, well obviously you don't know, but when we first got a phone, it was an iPhone 4, and we shared it. It wasn't just mine. So I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay. So I'm gonna admit it was your phone. Like looking back at it now, mom and dad gave it to you. I was just like a little.
Yeah. Also, you know how like older brothers are always meaner to younger brothers. Well, yeah. I mean, it's true. I was kind of a dick, but dude, this dude was mean, bro.
I really was. Yeah. I'm gonna admit it.
Yeah, not even just mean, just like.
I was a dickhead.
Yeah, dude, just like, just a dick for no reason.
I'm smiling about it, but I'm not proud. But to go on that, it's supposed to be his phone. They got it for him because how old were you? Like 13?
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school.
So like, it was like 12, 13. Mom and dad, our parents gave him his first phone. I think it was like an iPhone 4, and Because
That might have been the 3, bro.
it's been a really long time. But like, yeah, I think might have been the 3. But like at that point, we like everything we got like present wise, we would always share. Like video games, we would always share. So when they gave him the gift, I was like, oh crap, we have a phone.
Yeah.
They gave us for both of us, and like at the time as a kid, I didn't realize that it was actually gonna be his. But like looking back at it now, like I remember like saying that, and my parents being like,
Yeah. They were just they were just too nice to say no to you.
Yeah.
And be like, nah, like that's not your phone. It's Pablo's.
Yeah, but we shared a phone that was supposed to be his, and we shared it because I was a little brat.
Yeah, and with that, obviously like Facebook and all that stuff was newer, and my parents didn't really know how to like make sure that we were off that stuff. So what ended up happening is one time he forgot to log out of his Facebook account. So I was in there. I'm like, oh shit! I'm gonna mess with him. So I posted a status that said I'm gay
in my account. So basically, saying that me posting saying I'm gay, and I flipped out.
Yeah, he was pissed. I remember that, and then there was a bunch of his friends that would comment and be like, I knew it. So that made him. He started crying like a little baby. Dude.
It's crazy to think how stuff back then was like important to us.
Yeah, I know. And then like mom got really mad at me, and I was like, oh, like
yeah, I went to mom and dad. I'm like, you called me gay on Facebook. Like it's ridiculous. But like going back to the CPA thing, it stands for Certified Public Accountant. So basically, somebody who kind of handles your taxes.
Yeah, but that's not easy though, man.
Oh no, I doubt it. These people make a decent amount of money. Like, yeah, because for like, especially people who make like a decent amount of money, like millionaires, it's hard to do taxes on your own. Like these guys probably
like you need an accountant.
Yeah.
You know, somebody who knows what they're talking about. So.
Yeah, and going back to like growing up after high school, I went to college. I went to ISU for my first year, Indiana State University, and honestly, that was a really like fun year. Well, I would say fun just because like I was on my own. I was 2 hours away from my hometown, and after that, I transferred to another school, and the down part about that is that I kind of like not stepped back, but I was put back a little just because the credits from from ISU didn't really transfer to the new college I was going to. Like they transferred as credits, but not as a worth of the class.
Like it didn't count for anything. It was just like you have these credits, but like cool. Like
it's like cool, you took that class. You have the credits, but you don't have the worth of that class, so you have to retake it at this school.
Right. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So I put
which is some BS. It's like, oh, I have to retake this class.
Yeah, dude. I was taking what was it? That one math class.
Finite.
No, but
calculus.
No.
Stats.
Trig. Oh. Yeah, so I took stats my second semester of my
Keep on talking. I'm gonna check the camera real quick.
Okay. I took stats second semester of my first year, and honestly, it was a really fun class because it's not really that much math.
It says that there's 0 minutes left on the recording.
Oh shit! Did it stop recording?
It's still going, but I say we sign out real quick and then check it.
Okay. Well, that being said.
Apologies. My camera is all right, but I have a lot of issues with it. I think the storage is kind of pooping out on me, so we're gonna sign out, and then we'll see what happens with it, and then maybe just like chop in something else. But if not, this was a very short episode. Normally we're gonna do like an hour long.
We're gonna have to figure out a way to like keep the camera recording for longer.
Yes.
But like as of now, hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. Oh shit, and there it goes.
Well, I think we got you saying. I mean, we can keep on going just without the. Because this is still recording, it just won't be a video aspect to it.
Okay. Well, like, for that, like, we could kind of outro, kind of how like we introed, and then we'll just use the voice recording that we have now. You can just cut all this out, and then we'll do an outro.
I don't want to cut it out, bro.
Oh shit. Well, I guess this is staying.
Yeah, it'll just stay in. It'll just be a little awkward. But I'm thinking we'll continue recording, and then it'll just kind of cut, and then it'll go into like the video itself will stop, but our voices will continue for however long.
Okay, so you guys are listening to us now. You don't see us anymore, but you can hear us.
Yeah. So it's probably, I don't know if that's a plus or what, but you're not looking at our faces.
Yeah, this is Spotify only. YouTube version is over.
Yeah. Now we're in the part of the show where halfway through this is after dark hours.
Oh yeah, so it's dark now because you can't see us.
Yeah. So right now it's looking at a black screen, so it's after dark.
So we're just talking right now.
It's just Adult Swim hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but eventually we'll get a camera that lasts the whole, or figure something out that the recording lasts the whole way, so you guys can see us during the whole video. But as of now, we're just gonna stick with this, and the rest of the video we'll have something on the screen so you guys can have fun looking at while you hear us talk about our lives. So.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if anybody knows much about cameras, I mean, I guess I could just look it up too, but I formatted the SD card a little bit ago to free up some storage. And unless I have footage already in there that I haven't deleted, but I think my current SD card that I have records up to like an hour and 20 minutes of video.
Do you think?
So I'm sure there's just videos in there because I have some clips from the gym that I don't know if I took out or deleted. So honestly, that could be it. That just was taking up space.
Do you want to try to set up one of our phones for the video, or just keep it like this?
Actually, while we're on,
sorry guys, this is
what I can just do is I can go through and see if that's the case and just delete those videos because it's just bad footage anyway. Like I'm not gonna use it.
What the fuck is that? Is that me?
No, that was me. It's so.
Well, as we do that, we can talk about some stuff.
Yeah, because I was just recording for my YouTube channel that I'm hella inconsistent with. So
you guys have to be honest about that. By you guys, I mean whoever's watching us. I hope somebody watches. If not, it's cool.
It's okay. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I know you can't understand this podcast, but I love you.
Hi, Marty. Hi, Becky.
Hi, Becky. Who's Marty?
You said it was Marty?
She's gonna hate me for that.
How's your workouts been going?
They haven't. Almost.
Yeah, I almost fucked it.
Yeah, so, this is something pretty interesting to talk about. So, I got sick. So that's not what happened first. So I got poison ivy on my legs, or on my leg first. It was one night we all hung out with a group of friends. We went to this park at it was dark. It was maybe what time is it? It was like around this time. You guys don't know what time it is. It's like 8 o'clock. We went out to this park because we had just gone to the Michoacana. Basically, it's a place where you can get it's a Mexican spot where you can get ice cream, and we had gone there, and the plan was to go out to a park afterwards, but we just kind of hung out in the parking lot and ate our ice cream. So after that, we ended up going to the park, and it was pretty late, and Pablo had brought a frisbee, so we started playing that. And Pablo's really bad at throwing frisbees. So
yeah, I got a fucked up shoulder, right?
So I was on the receiving end of him throwing the frisbee, and when he threw it, it curved very far to the right where the woods, or it was like a wooded area. And it went all the way in there. Is it back on?
Yeah, we should be back live. So if anything, there's just a little bit of a awkward blackness to it, but we should be back.
During that time, you had enough time to go take a dump break,
or how we used to do when we used to watch Dragon Ball. Oh, not Dragon Ball Z, but wrestling.
Keep that thought. Let me finish my story.
Okay.
So he had thrown the frisbee into the wooded area. And it was pretty dark at this point, so I was looking everywhere for it, and I was wearing shorts, not realizing or thinking that there was a possibility of poison ivy being in there. And I just stepped in there like nothing, because honestly, I've never like even worried about poison ivy because I've never gotten it, but it's very much real. And that sounds stupid for saying that because I've never gotten it. But
It's like COVID.
yeah, it's like COVID when I first got it. I mean, you haven't gotten it.
No. I have an immune system of steel, bro.
Yeah, not me. I'm like the
Probably
opposite.
just changed myself.
No, you haven't. Worse. But I got poison ivy, but I didn't know I had poison ivy. I just thought it was a mosquito bite because it was. Keep in mind, we were outside at like 8 o'clock when mosquitoes are out during like the summer, and we were getting eaten by mosquitoes that night, or I was at least, because I was sweating too. And I was like, oh, just a mosquito bite. And it was right on my ankle, and I was scratching at it. And then the next day, it starts like oozing out oil. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. And then I didn't think much of it. And then when I sit in class, I sit kind of like crossed like this, and pretend this is my ankle. This is where I had the poison ivy. I was sitting like this, and my right leg was, or my left leg was on top of my right leg, and that caused the poison ivy to spread onto my right leg, which made my right leg a lot worse because the whole rash is like basically all on my skin, or like all on my what's that part called? Your shin, all on my shin.
It's still your skin though, so technically you're right.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And so yeah, it was all on my shin on my right foot. And after that, Gabby and I went to Lafayette, and he knows who he is, but I'm not gonna name him because I don't think he wants me to. But one of our friends was sick, and we went to Cane's, and I got sick because of him. And if he's watching this, you got me sick. And then so I felt like crap for like a whole week, and I had poison ivy at the same time, so I had to miss a couple of days of work because like the work pants I would wear, I mean they're work pants, they're gonna be rubbing on my poison ivy, and we're supposed to be wearing long socks, and that wasn't working out because with my poison ivy it was like making it worse because it was hot and it needed to be like out and aired for it not to spread. But yeah, I got poison ivy and sick. I thought I had COVID, but we got tested and it came back negative. I mean, these days, any little like cough, you go and get tested for COVID.
Yeah, I like if I hear anybody sneeze, it's still kind of like, oh shit. Well, even if it's as a joke, like, oh, it's COVID. It's like even if like you have a little sniffle or like allergy season's coming up, it all what's it called? It all seems like it's COVID.
Yeah, because
Like,
I mean,
no
at
matter
the end of the day, like if you're working, you kind of have to go get tested because if you don't, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're sick. Have you gotten tested?" It's like, no. It's like, "Oh, well, do you have COVID?" And then you have to get tested to make sure it's negative so you can keep working.
Yeah, and a bunch of places, even like if you get COVID, they'll pay you, but if you get COVID outside of work and you have to take off work, they won't pay you for that, which makes sense, but it just kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Because you're missing out on 2 weeks worth of work, and most people get paid every 2 weeks. So then you miss 2 weeks, and then you go back to work for 2 weeks, but then you have to wait to get paid. So it's like a month and a half of pay that you're missing out on.
Yeah, which it makes sense why they do that because if you get sick out of work, well, like some places might just give you the pay regardless, but if you get sick outside of work, you could just like leech off of that and just keep getting sick.
Yeah, it's like Medicare, like unemployment. You know, no matter what, people are always gonna leech off the system, and there's people that do it well, but I feel that's more trouble than it's worth, in my opinion. Like I'd rather just not do that because that, like, you don't live a very good quality of life doing stuff like that. In my opinion, I've never met anybody who leeches off the system, Medicare, or like. And I'm not saying if you have Medicare, it's bad. We're all in down parts of life, but if you're purposely keeping yourself there, just so you don't have to pay for stuff or like unemployment, then yeah, you don't really have a good quality of life.
I agree. Yeah. Then so kind of open up this notes tab just so like if we start talking about something and we forget, we could like mark it, be like, talk about this, so we after the story we can go back to it. Okay. And I know we had something to talk about.
I know you I think you literally said
I said don't forget about it.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of forgot. I don't know.
That's why I pulled this up, because I'm like, before, like,
fuck, what was it?
Jeez. We're gonna look back at this and be like, oh.
Yeah. Do you remember what? Because you were talking about. Dude, I don't know. I don't
It had
even
something
know.
to do about our childhood, I think. We were talking about wrestling.
Dude, that was in the beginning.
Man, my brain is everywhere.
You said something that triggered a memory, and I said it, and
I remember what it was, but I stopped you so I could finish my story. But
yeah.
no, it's too late. It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone
The
now.
train has departed.
Yeah, it's off in the world of ideas.
Yeah, but I had poison ivy and a cold, which really sucked. And poison ivy sucks, dude. Like,
Yeah, I've never seen it at all. Like I always hear, honestly, I'm sure if I look at a picture, like when you Google it or whatever, like I can see what poison ivy looks like, but I've never seen it out in the wild. Like I don't.
like the leaf. I thought you were talking about like the sickness, because I'm like, wait, I showed you my like the other day.
Well, yeah, but like that was the first time I've ever seen it, so I was so confused because that looked wild. Looked like little mountains on your leg.
Yeah, like oozing mountains, like
Yeah,
little
dude.
volcanoes.
Yeah, like little
Little
pus
sludge.
volcanoes. Yeah.
And then there's
It was
somebody
wild.
watching this saying like that wasn't poison ivy. What if it wasn't?
Was it?
Poison ivy? I think it was.
I mean, that's the only explanation I can think of.
That's what Google said.
Yeah, I mean, if you looked it up and Wikipedia said it was poison ivy, then it was poison ivy.
Yeah.
You know?
Wikipedia's always
is
right.
Yeah. It's where you go to for all your knowledge.
Yeah, but I personally haven't seen the poison ivy leaf like in person either. Like if I just Google it, I'll know what it looks like, but I've never actually seen it, so I can avoid it because I never really cared. But now I care because that sucks.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was fun just watching you have it. I was like, that should work.
It's like in class, I was just like, don't itch, don't itch, don't itch, don't itch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucked, but now I'm a lot better. My voice doesn't sound better, and my throat kind of hurts, but I'll be better. Any other interesting things you can think of right now?
Well, I was gonna go into crypto.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I
I'm gonna
didn't.
pull up Google real quick, just so we don't say stuff.
But I was gonna look at some stuff before today, just to kind of like catch up on it, but I didn't.
Let's.
Okay, do you know what NFTs are? Like, do you have a decent grasp of them?
So tell me what you know, and then I can kind of tell you.
So I know it's like I've heard it explained to me as like a digital museum.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause you there. We're not experts at this. We just know. We just know of it, and it's pretty interesting. So we're not experts. Don't take this as any financial advice. We're just talking.
Yeah. And my portfolio is stacked.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I don't have my phone on me.
Shut up, yeah, you do it.
I'm just kidding, it's not stacked, but it will be in the future one day.
Is it as in like NFTs or crypto?
Well, I don't know anything about NFTs, so for right now, just cryptocurrency.
Okay, go ahead and let me know what you know about NFTs, and I'll let you know what I know.
So, I know it's like you can buy an image, you can own the rights to an image of the internet, of like a moment in time. But I have trouble understanding how it's worth so much and what the want behind it is.
Yeah.
You know,
okay,
like why would you want to own like an image that you can sell? You know, it's like a digital painting or just like a picture. Like I can understand the picture because somebody put their hard work and effort. Like, you know, you can see like the brush strokes, you can see like everything to it. But for an image, if you like, let's say you own an image of the Eiffel Tower, right? But I can Google that and see that and have the same image, but why is yours worth like $1 million? So to say, you know, I don't understand.
Yeah, so basically to start off, NFT means non-fungible token. So basically what that means is it's a picture, and in a way that specific picture is like, let's say you own the picture, and the the description on the picture and like the coding on the picture is its own specific coding. So like if you were to like copy, like for your example, you said like I could just go to Google and like have like my own picture, but that picture doesn't have like the original like coding of the original picture. That's how they keep it original. So like,
so then how would you keep that the same? Because when you send it to somebody else, wouldn't it change?
no, so when you send it to somebody else, it goes into their wallet. This is what my understanding is. I might be wrong, but when you send it to somebody else, it goes to their wallet, but that same coding of its originality stays with it. So like it's like that's the original NFT.
Okay.
But then there's also like YouTubers that like make like really like take Google pictures and put them together of like elephants and like a giraffe and make it their own NFT and sell it for millions. But that's just like hype and dumb people that spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
like,
that example is like Dogecoin.
Yeah, so
of the cryptocurrency.
That example is the basic knowledge of I think what everybody else sees as NFTs. But like I watch this podcast.
Talking
about podcasts. I'm gonna shout him out. You're welcome. Graham Stephan. One of his
instantly another million followers.
Oh yeah, dude. You're welcome, Graham. But
shout out.
He talked to a guy that had. So the guy himself, I think he was a singer, and he had an album for his latest. He had an NFT for his latest album.
Okay.
And that NFT was the album, and like it had that specific coding of its originality, and he, like that NFT has its own specific way. Like you can listen to his music through the NFT, which at the same time you're like, oh, I can just listen to his music on Spotify, but like you don't have that NFT. Like it's literally at the end of the day, right now, I think it's just hype because it doesn't like most of it is just hype. Like in the NFT space right now is a bubble because like at the end of the day, there's no like time that goes into. Sorry, my throat's a bit dry. The NFT doesn't have any time to gain value. So like, for example, the Mona Lisa was made like years ago. I don't know when, but like that has like value because it was made such a long time ago. Right. NFTs is kind of like in a bubble right now because no NFT is like it's hard to explain why it's special. But like at the end of the day, it's non-fungible token, basically just meaning that like there's only one of them with that specific coding that's the original NFT, and that's why there's value to it. And you can add more value to it by who you are. Like if you're a YouTuber, a really known YouTuber, and you make an NFT, somebody's gonna want to buy it.
Right.
Basically, just like hype.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, it's like my retention of anything is kind of low, so I have to like reread something over and over or like go about it a different way to understand it. But NFT is one of those things that I just haven't looked into very much at all. And just by hearing it on podcasts here and there, or when I come across it on my feed, it just like I don't understand it.
I need to send you that specific video because they do a really good job of explaining it.
Okay. Yeah, because
that's how I understood it.
Graham did a good job explaining index funds to me.
Yeah.
You know, like I was kind of confused about them, but then when he explained them, I'm like, oh, this makes a lot of sense actually. You know.
Yeah, but speaking of crypto, I'm gonna see if I can sign into mine right now.
Oh, have you watched any like? Do you like documentaries on Netflix?
I don't remember the last time I.
Oh, okay. It's kind of going on a little off topic. But do you know? Have you heard of Cocaine Cowboys?
Have not.
Well, if you guys are looking for a good documentary to watch, a docu-series, it's got 6 episodes, about I think like 45 minutes to 50 minutes each, and it goes basically tells a story about 2 drug smugglers, cocaine smugglers from I think they were Cubans if I remember correctly, and they were high school dropouts. One was named Sal Magluta, another one was named Willie Falcone, and basically tells a story about how they smuggled like 8,000 tons or some crazy number like that of cocaine into the United States.
That sounds kind of like Breaking Bad. I've never seen it, but it sounds kind of like what Breaking
But
Bad.
think about it like in real life, like the stuff they did was insane. Like they paid off lawyers once they did get caught. Because I mean, I feel like most people get caught. You know what I mean? Like El Chapo and like these guys, they all got caught. So it basically tells a story about how they got started. They started selling off weed, and I mean, I don't want to say too much. I mean, I doubt. But so I don't want to say too much, but I would say watch the documentary. It's really crazy, and it talks about how they pay off lawyers in the drug case. They pay off the jurors that are on the case to vote not guilty when clearly they're guilty. It's like a O.J. Simpson case.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's so much in it that I can't really give it away. Oh, but one key point. So one of the main guys that flew the like one of the planes with cocaine in it, they nicknamed him Cabeza because he had a big head.
Because he gave Cabeza.
Oh, no. But he would smuggle the cocaine, and he said that on the dashboard of the plane, he would make a line of coke and snort it while he flew back to Florida. So he was in the air high as fuck on cocaine on the way back to Florida. I'm like, how do you even do that? Like, imagine how insane it must be, just be flying a bunch of cocaine in your airplane, and then for you to be like, fuck it, I'm gonna take some too. That's loco.
Yeah, so this crypto thing isn't working out. I had to do. There's a bunch of like, what do you call it? Like securities that I have to go through to sign in. So I'm just not going to sign in. But what were we going to talk about crypto?
Oh, just in general. Like, do you think it's going anywhere? Like, what's going on? Like,
oh yeah, Bitcoin. I honestly, like, if you're gonna be smart about it, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are the smartest things.
Yeah, I mean,
for the long term.
Yeah, I mean the crypto space is very volatile, so it means it's very like it's very
basically, to explain it, volatile, like some coins can go up like 50% in one day and then drop up like 90% in the other, and then
right. It's not like the stock market to where it'll like a certain stock will go up like a percent over a year or like over however long. Like these things can shoot up 50% in a day, and then in the next hour after that drop back down and keep on going down. But the smarter move out of those would definitely be Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah, because I mean, YouTubers can make their own coin and hype it up and have people buy it, and as soon as it's released, they just sell and they make a crap ton of money.
Right.
So like at the end of the day, you can get scammed very easily if you don't know what you're doing.
Just like with anything in life, to be honest. You can get scammed regardless of anything.
Yeah, but we can talk more about crypto when we have a more knowledgeable guest about crypto.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name his name because we'll have him here soon. Yeah.
In a couple episodes, so in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So, aliens.
Yeah, are they real? Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no way we're the only things alive.
No, dude, there's no way. You know what I was reading the other day? There's this conspiracy theory that, you know how in 2012 the world was supposed to end?
Yeah.
Well,
it was like the person was dyslexic and it's like 2021 instead.
No, that the world actually did end in 2012, but the world got sucked into a black hole, and there's a bunch of different like versions of the world that got compiled into one.
So you're saying we're in a multiverse right now?
Yeah, exactly. So you know the Mandela effect?
I think that sounds fake.
No, but okay, but that's part of the theory. It's
okay,
like
what's stopping somebody from making the exact same picture and just changing it slightly?
Okay,
Like,
but you can do
this.
research. You can look up the company. You can see their track record, like previous logos. Like you can research it and find the real one.
But like I'm saying, like you mean, but like at the end, if you find the real one and it's different right now, that's not the Mandela effect. They just change the logo. The Mandela effect.
But what I'm saying is, it like if you remember it one way, but it was never that way.
Yeah, that's why what you just said was completely invalid.
No, because if you remember it one way and you look it up, and it was never even like that at all, and they never did a logo change, then your memory just messed up about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the example I was going for is some people like put the picture of how you remembered it and then the actual picture, and I'm saying like what's stopping them from just slightly like tuning.
In that case that makes sense, but like it's like the Bernstein Bears or the Bernstein Bears.
I don't even remember watching that. I just remember seeing the books. Like,
but like you saw the books. You read the books, right?
No, I just remember seeing them at the bookstore.
What?
Be like, oh, that's cool. And then I picked up a very thick Harry Potter book that I never read.
But yeah, so it talks about how we actually did die during then, or like not, or we're all like in a different simulation living out in one, and that's how we all remember different things of life that aren't the way they actually are. And that's why the world has seemed super crazy ever since. You know, with like Trump coming in and all these like hardcore left, hardcore right, are just very and like hardcore people about the thing they believe. You know what I mean? It's been pretty chill, so to say, since obviously with like wars and stuff, but
or we just grew up.
No, okay, so then how do you explain the older people saying I don't like this isn't how it was back in my day?
Because it wasn't back in their day. It was like
exactly.
Terrible.
Well, yeah, I mean it sucks now too, just in different ways.
Exactly. So like at the end of the day, we're still alive.
Are we though?
Yes.
Or is it just some simulation?
Shoot.
What if we are the aliens and we just don't know?
That would be pretty cool.
You know? Like what if after a certain, like once you die you're like, oh shit, like mission failed. You wake up in the pod up in space. You go back down, like Avatar.
Oh. Or have you seen the new Matrix
the
trailer?
No. Oh yeah, they're making a new Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And Keanu Reeves is in it too. Oh, bro.
Well, he's Neo.
Yeah.
And like, but like when it first starts, he has his long hair like he does when he's
John Wick.
Uh-huh. And then I think at one point they end up shaving it. But like I saw the trailer at the weekend where I went to hang out with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the trailer there, and I was like, oh crap, that looks pretty cool. I don't remember when it comes out though.
Dude, The Matrix by far probably like one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, we would like repeat nonstop watch that.
Yeah, lucky I've been wanting to watch it again.
Sure, you need to finish Mortal Kombat. It's back on HBO.
Oh, for real?
Uh-huh. I think it's on HBO. Wherever we watched it.
It was on HBO Max.
Yeah. Does Llama or does shit?
Well, Llama.
Does Llama have it?
Yeah.
You can just watch it.
Well, because I have it on my phone through her account.
So you're leeching off her.
No. Also, this is just allegedly. I cannot confirm or deny that. So.
What that you leech off of Llama's HBO?
That I'm using somebody else's account. Just in case.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Just in case HBO
minutes.
sees this, you know, and decides to pull the channel.
We're 54 minutes in. It's, I doubt I would be watching this one. Or Llama.
This far. Yeah, the other one.
The other one, yeah. The really weird one. The one with the buck teeth.
Yeah, and pretty much giraffe looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, but so for future podcasts, it'll be a lot more structured, just because like potentially we'll have a guest, but most of the time for like I would say for the first couple podcasts it'd just be me and you.
Yeah, or even if next time, as soon as we get the third mic, we'll start talking about having like guests.
Well, I mean, like, it doesn't
No.
take that long. With Amazon Prime, it comes in like 2 days.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a little broken.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Maybe, it'll probably just be us for the first couple episodes until we can afford another mic because we college students and broke.
Yeah, broken.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how my circle says it. Instead of saying you're broke, is say you're broken. So,
You got no money, you're broken.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but we'll try and structure it more with like topics to talk about. But you want to end it? Or you got something else to talk about?
No, I'm cool. I am a little hungry, and I gotta go home and sleep for tomorrow.
Well, Gabby made food, so we're gonna grub up here in a bit.
Let us know what the guys think about a podcast / mukbang, like halfway through.
Personally, that's a good idea.
You know, because you can kind of combine both, and like.
So halfway through, we bring in the food, and we're like,
Yeah, we're eating right at the beginning, and we take it away afterwards or something. You know what I mean?
Or like we just make a whole podcast and mukbang.
Then eat for a straight hour. I mean, I could do it, but
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I get like my large pizza right here. You get yours, and just sit here and just go to town.
Dang, that sounds tempting.
Yeah, dude, low key. I finally had pizza the other day, and I've been craving it for a while.
Oh, we need to make you the homemade pizza we've made. So we tried homemade pizza, or tried making homemade pizza, and by like homemade pizza, I mean like legit. We made the bread. You would call it
The dough.
the dough. Yeah, you. Because when I think bread, I think sandwich bread. And that's not the right term. So dough. Is
No, yeah, well, because it's not. Okay, is it bread? I mean, technically, right? Well, because pasta's not bread.
Okay, it's bread.
How?
Because is a croissant bread?
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean how? Because it's literally like in a loaf. Not a legit loaf, but like...
Because something's in a loaf that means it's bread.
No, but like the yeast grows in it and stuff, and you can break them and like you see all the air pockets.
Yeah, so that's pizza.
But pizza doesn't have air pockets.
Yeah, it does. You obviously haven't had
Well, maybe not as big.
Well, points aside, we made homemade pizza and it was bomb. Well, we made two when we first started. The first one turned out like as a Dorito shape because I didn't know how much we had to like push the dough in. And then when we put it in, because you have to cook the dough before you put all the toppings on it, when we put it in, the dough was like this thick. And I'm like, oh crap, I can push it in a lot more. And the second one came out so much better. If we can, maybe in the future we'll like start popping up pictures so you guys see what I'm talking about. But homemade pizza is really good. But Papa John's is good too.
Yeah. Personally, Papa John's is my favorite pizza place.
So maybe next time you guys are gonna see us munch on some Papa John's.
Yeah, or just food. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be weird just chewing into the mic, but I mean, people do it all the time as long as you're like hella close to it, you know.
Yeah, like we were doing.
And, like smacking your lips or like a lot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. It'd be really annoying for you guys.
All right, but with that being said, thank you guys for watching the first episode of the PG Talk. We'll keep it up. Try to do this thing like once a week, and then come out with some kind of schedule as far as upload schedule, when we're gonna record and stuff like that. But yeah, we're planning on recording a decent amount. So with that being said,
any topics you want us to talk about, we'll talk about it. If we don't know about it, we'll do our research.
Yeah, for real. Let us know in the comments what we want to talk about.
Speak our minds, dig into our heads. But that being said, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.